Hey everyone, Redextration here with a guide for Sundered Doctrine, the new dungeon. If this video helps you out or you enjoyed, drop a like and subscribe in order to help me out in reaching 300 subs by May. I still have the link in my bio for the next few people to be able to join my personal Discord. As well as this, I will be more than happy to help out anyone with doing this dungeon if they need help. There will be timestamps to each individual part in case you only need a piece. Now into the video. This part is going to be sped up a bit as it is semi-straightforward, but my first time I got pretty lost and confused, so if you do too, just follow my path and you'll end up at the first encounter. This encounter, as well as most of these encounters, will be slightly hard to explain, but I'm going to do my best. To begin this encounter, you will rotate the lit lens, which should be right in front of you, as seen in the video. It will point at the big wheel on the wall, and then one of those symbols will disappear. You're going to need to illuminate the missing symbol. Now there's two ways to figure out that symbol. Easier way is to go into each room until you find a Grim that'll be named Truth Seeker. Once defeated, will leave a floating transparent symbol, which will be the symbol you need to illuminate. The other way of figuring the symbol out is by knowing the lore. Each set of 3 symbols tells a story from the lore, and you're filling in the missing spot to make it a truthful story. Once you've played the dungeon a few times, or enough times, you'll begin to learn these symbols and the truths, and can fill in the blanks pretty easily. Finally, to light the symbol, you need, after you've figured out what the symbol is, find the room with a wheel that has that symbol at the top of it. Once found, get lenses by defeating subjugators and placing the lenses into the empty lens slots that you can rotate to point at the wheel you need them to. Once you got a full path of lenses to point from the center lights all the way to that wheel, shoot the darkness node above the light that you need. It'll project a beam of light, and if done correctly, it'll reach the wheel needed and light that wheel. Finally, if the symbol is correct, in the bottom left it'll say the pyramid accepts the truth, and then you'll move on to phase 2. Which phase 2 is the exact same thing as phase 1, but instead of only missing one symbol, you're going to miss 2. You can figure out this symbol the same way as before, but you can only get the Truth Seeker one at a time. Follow the same instructions as before again, and you'll move on to phase 3, which, you'll never guess it, but once again is the exact same thing, but all 3 symbols are going to be missing. Follow the same instructions, you'll end up finishing the encounter. For this encounter, I recommend using weapons and subclasses that are good for ad clearing. As there are no real bosses, just use whatever makes you feel safest and most effective to clear ads and stay alive with. Now to travel to the next encounter, as well as the first chest, which, if you don't know, can only drop items from this dungeon that you have previously acquired. Follow along as I do. Once we reach the point that it pops up with a new area name, that'll be when I show how to get the secret chest. After that secret chest, keep on following along and it'll make it to the next encounter. A little tip is during any maze in this dungeon, follow the little glowing red lights and they'll lead you to the next area. For the part with the falling/rolling spiky balls, just be careful, slow, and take your time. It can be frustrating, as it was for me. Now, come over to this door as shown in the video. You're going to see two symbols. Those two will correlate to the wheels that are currently being lit up. If you shoot the darkness nodes above those wheels, it'll change the direction that they're spinning. You deposit knowledge to make the illuminated symbol change to the one you want. For example, if you want to illuminate knowledge, and it is 2 spots to the left of the illuminated symbol, you want to make the wheel spin counterclockwise and deposit 2 knowledge. This is the first boss fight of the dungeon, which can and will be pretty hectic and can be annoying to get through, but it is overall pretty simple and straightforward. There are 4 weird darkness shrieker things on the wall called lock keepers. There are 4 wheels and 4 pedestals, which each correspond to one of the shriekers. The wheels have a bunch of different symbols on them that each do different things, but for this guide I'm going to focus on the 3 symbols that I use because I believe I understand what each of them do. There will be a buff at the top of your screen called lock set progression. As this reaches its 4 different parts, the corresponding shriekers will look at their corresponding wheels. An example, when you reach the last quarter of that bar, the 4th shrieker will look at the 4th wheel and make that symbol appear on the 4th pedestal. I know this sounds confusing, but in application it'll make a lot more sense. The way I play this account with my friends is, for the very beginning, I'll make the far right wheel be knowledge, the brain symbol, as I'm pretty sure this causes more wizards to spawn in, making getting knowledge easier, as that's what you need to change the symbols on the wheels, just like we did when we opened that door previously. Once I've gotten the far right one to knowledge, I'll make the next 2 wheels be stop, the red square, as from my experience, makes the damage phases last longer. Finally, the far left symbol I'll set to stab, the white triangular shape stabbing into a red circle, as that symbol will start the damage phase, and to get the longest damage phase, you'll want the farthest left symbol to be that. A good note is that it does not matter when a shrieker sees the stab symbol. The moment it sees that symbol, it will start the damage phase. I'm going to let my gameplay play out for longer in this encounter so I can hopefully help the encounter make more sense. Of course, if there are any questions, drop a comment below, and either I or another viewer will respond and happily help you out. For loadout on this encounter, I recommend precision type weapons, an example Queenbreaker's bow, as it is really good right now. But I also recommend some way to ad clear, as the ads can get very, very hectic. This part really frustrated my friends and I our first time, as we could not figure this out. But to leave this room, you must push one of these balls into the indented half circle on the ground. Once again, just follow my path, and if lost, follow the red lights, as they should lead you the right way. Don't get confused like I did. To get past this little room, you must defeat all the enemies, and then the door will open, and you can get into the room with all the worm bodies and even more enemies. Now if you climb up to where I show in the video, you'll be able to obtain the second secret chest. Though I did not show the easiest way, there are easier ways to climb up. I apologize for the bad way shown in the video. Opening this door is pretty simple, but not fun due to the annoying enemies that continually spawn. I recommend having one person deal with making the beams go to the correct spot while your teammates take out ads. As you can see, my teammates both decided to go AFK at this time and let me do it all on my own, so big shout out to them. Basically, you need to go and make all the symbols beam light towards its corresponding wheel. As confusing as that sounds, it is shown in the video. Hopefully that will help. This is just like every other light beam encounter, so essentially just do as you have been doing. The gameplay will be sped up a little bit, but all included in order to show everything, but also save some time. The final boss fight will be a lot like the first encounter. There's 4 rooms to this encounter. The main room, which you enter into, a room on the left that door is opened by shooting at it, a basement which is right under where the boss begins at, and a room on the right that is opened by standing on the slightly tilted rock. For this encounter, in the center there is a wheel with 6 symbols on it. You must identify the lie, as these 6 symbols are grouped up into 2 sets of 3. And illuminate the side that is the lie, and darken the side that is the truth. Just like the first encounter, there are 2 ways to figure this out. By defeating a truth seeker, which spawns in one of the side rooms, and then the symbol that he drops will be the side that is the truth, which must be darkened and not lit. The opposite side can be identified as the lie and must be illuminated. The other way to know which one is truthful and which one isn't. Now, once again, important to remember, you must illuminate the side that is identified as the lie and make the truth side be dark. To do this, there are lenses spread across the whole entire area in all 4 rooms. You must again illuminate the symbols that are the lie and make sure to darken the ones that are the truth. Once you've done all that, check back at the wheel in the center to ensure all the symbols are lit or darkened as you need them to be. Once you confirm that you have it all, get your teammates either behind a pillar or in the underground area, and then one of you must press the button that is in front of the wheel. Once pressed, the room will begin to burn and glow bright red. If you are out in the open, it will down you, but this burning will break the boss's shield, exposing him for the damage phase. Once the phase ends, the room will begin to burn again, and you must once again find cover to survive. After this, the boss's shield will come back, and you'll just have to repeat the process again until you have defeated the boss. And now that you have defeated the boss, you've successfully beaten this dungeon. For the final boss, I recommend explosive type weapons for damage, as they'll be easy to use, and any ability to weaken the boss will help a lot too. Another solid option is to run Divinity, as then you can easily use precision type weapons for your whole team. I would like to thank you all for watching. I really hope this video helped, and if it did, please consider liking and subscribing to help me out. You can also share this video with your friends so this video can help them out as well. Hope you all can now beat this dungeon. Good luck, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.